Welcome everybody to the RNS podcast. I'm your host D. Today we have a very informative episode. But before we dive into this episode, a couple things I want to mention. So I know I ain't been, putting out videos or content like that for a while. Been living life, like I say, enjoying time with my woman, and then also as well trying to figure out different investments and stuff like that as well. So we're doing a lot of studying, a lot more time with other things, and it's hot as fuck outside. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm just trying to enjoy that too. Back to the main course though. I think I want to rebrand the channel a little bit. Just maybe. I don't know. It's a thought that I'm reconsidering. Honestly, I'm considering the thought just because I want something that has a little bit more meaning to it. I've been trying to think of like an acronym that's professional for RNS. So, because I'm about to try to redo the merchandise that's in the shop and stuff like that. So, like I said, before we dive into this video, make sure you go ahead and go follow my socials. All my socials will be in the link in the description below. As well as that, we do have stuff on the shop that's going to go on sale soon. So make sure you go ahead and try to cop some of that gear as well. To support the stream and stuff like that. Support the podcast, the recordings, whatever. Shout out to Technisport, the sponsor of this video. As you can see, they have gaming chairs, and they also have gaming desks, all types of stuff, man. So make sure you go ahead and just cop something from them. Use the code that's in the description and in the link below. But what else do I want to say? That should be it. So like I said, today's episode is gonna be very informative. It's just some shit that I learned within the past 2 weeks, maybe. I've been doing a lot of research, man. A lot of research. It's so much info out there. So today's topic is gonna be 3 parts. I'm gonna try to do 3 parts. I'm trying to make it as short as possible because I don't want to keep rambling on and just doing bullshit shit like that. So trying to get straight to the point with these. Like I said, if you got any questions, hit me up in the comments below, or just go to my Instagram. I answer DMs, stuff like that. So, or you can schedule a one-on-one call on Calendly, and we can set that up. So today we're gonna talk about how easy it is to actually get rich, and why we as regular people get mad at the rich people for being successful. Now, this is gonna ruffle a couple coat feathers. I'll say that now. And I understand everybody's situation is different. That's why, honestly, you should do anything that you feel is right, but make sure it's not an emotional decision that you are putting first. Once again, this is also a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. The advice that I give you here, you can take it if you want to, but I am not responsible for anything that you do. This is your life. We're gonna keep it at that. You know what I'm saying? Because, we're not putting anything on me. So the first step of how rich people get rich. So I've been reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? And I just finished the first chapter today. I've been reading a whole bunch of other books. I read Atomic Habits, 48 Laws of Power, couple self-emotion books and stuff like that. And just getting, just some extra personal development shit. But in the first chapter, a couple points were made. All right, I know last episode, I don't know if it was last episode or episode before, we spoke on how fear can actually manage how we spend our money. So the author spoke on what Rich Dad told him. We think that when we make a lot more money, we think that we're going to be safe. We think that we're not going to have that many more fears. But in reality, it just causes more fear. Imagine this, right? You make $1 million, okay? It's men ain't gonna be too much. It ain't a lot in today's economy. We all know that. So you just, you get the fear of, all right, I don't think $1 million gonna be enough. So you go and strive for another $1 million. You got $2 million, and you keep repeating that cycle over and over and over. You get stuck being a slave to money, right? Well, check this out. Here's the technique. It's okay to work a job. It's okay to do whatever to get your money, except for sell drugs. I'm gonna say that it's not okay to sell drugs because after a while, it's gonna get old. It's gonna get played out. You need to learn how to make profitable, integral income, right? You can't use dope money to purchase certain shit. It's just not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get into a room with higher level individuals, you can't do that. So the first step, get money, invest in assets. Assets can be from anything to houses. It can be from anything to stocks, bonds, trusts, ETFs, 401k investments such as S&P 500. That's one thing that I want to get into as well. I've been doing that as well, but we're gonna talk about what I've been doing so far a little bit further to the episode. You can also do Roth IRAs. That's a lot more stuff. That's just the basic list that we're gonna start with first. But when I was reading in the book, speaking on assets, so assets are anything that's gonna be able to generate you income, or just gonna be able to multiply the income. So let's say I go buy a house, right? I go buy a house. I say, fuck it, I'm gonna go fix it up. I'm gonna put 10 grand in it, right? So I have possibly raised the property value of that maybe $10,000, maybe $20,000. Whatever the property value was before, if I work on the house now, wait till the market accepts that house, the property value is going to shoot up. By the way, right now it probably is not the best time to get a house just because interest rates are so high. Your mortgage premium is going to fucking skyrocket. I'm gonna just tell you that now. The rates for mortgages right now aren't good. Interest rates right now are at the all-time high. I don't know if y'all remember, but we did reach the debt ceiling I think twice this year. So it's either last year or this year. But yeah, make sure y'all watching y'all finances, man, for sure, because it's a whole bunch of shit going on right now, and I don't want to see nobody struggling for real. But yeah, so you start off with the assets. Like I said, you buy the house, put money into it. It's gonna make the value continuously build. So you start from the bottom, you put some money into it, go right here. Put some more money into it. It has the potential to go up, continuously keep going up. You know what I'm saying? That's called appreciation. Things like cars, some jewelry like diamonds, because diamonds aren't. It's not scarce. There's so many types of diamonds. You got moissanite, CZ, lab grown, etc. Gold is an appreciating asset because it's scarce. It's rare to find gold. Plus, you have to have like a good quality gold. You know what I'm saying? I want to invest in gold, but price per kilogram is like 76,000 right now, and we not right now, not ready for that one. It's a whole different ball game. But definitely, when I do get rich, I'm gonna go ahead and invest in that because that's an appreciating asset, and people should know that. But we're gonna talk about the assets. Assets, you need assets: stocks, bonds, ETFs, just anything that's gonna actually grow over time. You know what I'm saying? It's easy, and we can talk about that a little bit more in depth, either this episode or next episode. Preferably next episode, because I don't want this episode to go too long. But I'll take a little sip of this water real quick. It's a little hot outside, so yeah. So back to the asset part. So the assets that we can use are simple. Everything is gonna cost money. You need to spend money to make money. I know it sounds fucked up, but that's how this shit works. it's really how this shit works, and it's really simple. And we scrutinize the rich people for doing shit like that because they understand that there are certain ways that you can avoid taxes. So there's a difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Tax evasion is just simply you not paying your taxes. If the IRS bill you and you just refuse to pay it, and you know what I'm saying, they already tried to get you your payments and shit like that, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get to jail. You know what I'm saying? You can't avoid that. Tax avoidance is paying minimal to no taxes. So that can just be off tax deductions, tax write-offs, all types of shit. Rich people get rich because they don't pay taxes for real. They understand the game. This shit is chess, not checkers. And I know that shit sounds so cliche, but it's true. And I had to think about it. I'm like, damn, the real way to get rich is to set yourself up with a bunch of assets that you can technically write off as deductions. Those will allow you to get tax breaks. Once you get those tax breaks, oh, guess what? You ain't gotta sit up there and pay thousands of dollars back or worry about getting a bold ass return, because you have the tax breaks working for you. When you have your money work for you, you don't have to be a slave to it no more. And that's the importance of today's message. You do not have to be a slave to your money. As long as you know how to play the game and is smart and be patient, you will do just fine. The second point I want to make is investing. I can't stress it enough. I know times are getting hard. I know shit is expensive. Trust me. I just filled up a fucking Camaro LT1 2 days. I drove it 2 days and $80 of gas. $80 within 2 days that I've drove that car. And this is why I like sticking to my little Malibu, because my Malibu doesn't take that much. It's like, what, $30 a gallon or $30. That's stupid. I'm sorry. $30 every fill up. So I'm cool with that. But other than that, yeah, no. When you invest, you don't have to invest hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can literally just invest 20. You can invest 10, 50. If you want to go for 100, go for it. It's any amount that you want. You can put it in Forex. If you know how to trade, you can day trade. You know what I'm saying? You can put it in bonds, ETF, stocks, crypto, anything that's going to basically either, it's all a risk. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. Do it at your discretion, but it's a risk. It's a risk with everything. You take a risk doing anything that involves making money. You know what I'm saying? So me, what I decided to do is I decided to take out some money from my 401k. I took it out as a loan, and I will pay it back over the span of however many years I took it out for. So with this money, I'm probably going to put this in another account. I'm probably going to open up a Roth IRA, or I might just dump it into a stock. If that stock goes up, then I win. But we all know that there has to be a balance. There has to be an equilibrium in the stock market. We all know that when a crash happens, the best time to buy is then. When the stock market crashes or anything crashes, that is when you invest the most, because it has no choice but to go up. Once it goes up, you either win or you lose, right? Because at one point you were already down, so you can put more money in there, or you can wait to see what it's gonna do, right? Me, so far, I'm investing in a couple coins. I think I'm still investing in Doge, still investing in Shiba. Some stocks I'm investing in. I'm like I said, I'm trying to get into the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is an index fund that allows you to invest in the top 500 profitable companies over however many reports that they've done. I forgot necessarily what the definition of it was, but it's an index fund. And index funds right now are very popular. You know what I'm saying? If you know finance, then you know that there are multiple ways to diversify your portfolio. And that's what I'm striving for right now. Diversify my portfolio. Because I don't want all my money to sit in one place, and I want my money to work for me. I don't want to continue to keep working for money, because you get become a slave to it, like I said in the beginning of the episode. So, invest in assets. Learn tax code. Tax code will literally save you from having to pay hundreds to thousands of dollars. So, it's point 2. Point 3. When you're dealing with trying to get rich, you have to be willing to take risks. Risk management is important to learn. This falls into the category with financial literacy. Financial literacy is knowing when to spend money and when not to spend money. When you get money, you need to have control over your emotions, right? If you don't have control over your emotions when you get money, 9 out of 10 you end up broke. And that's why you see a whole bunch of lottery winners. Oh, I'm gonna go spend this, I'm gonna go spend that, I'm gonna go buy this house because it's so big and be able to show it to my friends and all that. Fuck all that. Fuck that. Look, man, when you do certain shit, you have to worry about yourself. You can't be worried about trying to impress people, because at the end of the day, no one really gives a fuck. At the end of the day, you doing this shit to make such and such jealous or whatever the case might be. Do it for you. Do it for your future lineage. Do it for your future family that you coming up with, right? Do it for you first. Whoever acknowledges it is going to acknowledge it, whatever the case might be. Cool. Say less. But don't do it to sit up here and try to show off and no. Don't do that. So you gotta be willing, like I said, you gotta be willing to take that risk. You gotta be willing to take a risk. Jump into the market. Jump into reading books, personal finance books. I recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. I also recommend just studying charts. If you can find someone that does the trading shit, try to learn as much from them as possible. Like I say, I have a cousin that trades. Any question I got, I talk to him about. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't really call him my financial advisor, but he does help me in certain cases. Helps me understand what I'm looking at. Helps me trade. You know what I'm saying? He the one that taught me a lot of this shit with the trading, the day trading on Forex. But a lot of the other stock shit, I just learned that on my own. It's a lot to learn, man. It's a lot to learn. So, like I say, when we get to the risk management part, you gotta be smart. You gotta be strategic. Like I said, it's chess, not checkers. You don't want to sit here and, let's say, you got what, 100,000 right now, right? We're gonna use that as an example. You got 100,000, and there's something for 120,000 that you want, right? You have the choice to invest, right? You're not gonna go and spend what you don't have, right? You only got 100,000, and what you want might be 120,000. You have to be willing to tell yourself, 1, right now is not the time. 2, when the time is right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna evaluate what we're doing. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna sit there and learn what benefits does this have. What are gonna be the drawbacks? But buying that $120,000 item, putting yourself 20,000 under, it's not a smart risk. It's not. It's not. Especially if you don't plan on using it. Like, look, man, be honest. All of this stuff that I bought earlier this year, like I remember I bought the AK. I don't have the AK anymore. I don't. I didn't want it anymore. It's just, I bought the gun to have it as a collector's item, but why would I keep something that I could liquidate? I turned it into liquid. Liquid as in I got cash for it. I got less than what I paid for it, but I still got something back in return. I didn't use it like that. I took it to the range maybe 3-4 times. And I got guns that, that fit me. I got AR pistols. I don't want to swing a 16-inch rifle around the house. No, it don't make sense. The doors are narrow as shit, and I don't have time to be sitting there getting my gun snatched on my hand. Fuck no. So I think that, I took the risk of buying it, knowing that eventually I was going to sell it. I was going to get rid of it, and that's what I did. Do I regret it? No, not one bit. There's other guns that's out there that I like, that I want, that I'm going to get eventually, but right now it's time to focus. But I'm just using myself as an example to know, to let y'all know what proper risk management is. You have to think about shit that you want and ask yourself what benefit it's gonna have. You have to be willing to say no to your emotions. You gotta be willing to say no to a lot of shit. Cause the more you say yes, the more holes you gonna dig yourself in. And I really wish I brought my book in here. I think I left it on the table. Cause there's actually a couple pieces that's in there. There's a couple pieces that's in there that I really, really, really want to teach y'all. And that stuck out to me. But I don't want to be unprofessional and leave the camp. You know what? Just for y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. One second. We're gonna leave this in the episode too. Because this right here is really, really important. And I want y'all to hear this because this is something that stuck out to me. Right? So this is one piece that stuck out to me. This comes from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. So this piece right here says, a job is only a short-term solution to a long-term problem. Most people have only one problem in mind in the short term. It's the bills at the end of the month. The tar baby. Money controls their lives, or should I say the fear and ignorance about money that controls it. So here we learn that most people fear not having money to pay their bills. I think a lot of people nowadays fear that. Shit, even myself. I fear that myself too. That's just because I'm so used to being able to pay for shit that I don't want to lose my money to not be able to pay for nothing. Cause I don't depend on nobody. I don't like depending on nobody. I've always been somebody that's taking care of my business myself, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody wants to help me and shit, by all means, if you want to, go for it. I don't mind. Here's another piece that I highlighted earlier. The main cause of poverty or financial struggle is fear and ignorance, not the economy or the government or the rich. It's self-inflicted fear and ignorance that keep people trapped. So, what he means by that, when you work for this money, right? You're working for a reason. The reason, like I say, 1, to pay bills. 2, maybe it's to keep a high life that you so-called live or whatever. 3, it might just be for fun. Who knows? Me personally, I like to work for fun because at the end of the day, there's nothing to do in the day. Honestly, without work, I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, when I get rich, hopefully it's by the end of this year. I believe it will be. I plan on funding some businesses. I want to work for myself. I don't mind working. Working isn't bad. I like working just because it gives me something to do. And when I go to work, I think. That's why I get most time to think, because I don't really want to put my mind on the job. I got an easy ass job. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful to have that job. Easy job, easy money. Just like that. Nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? I make almost as much, maybe, as maybe entry level places, some entry levels. So yeah, I mean, shit, it's just me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't need to ask for too much, and a lot of shit I already got that I wanted. So there's really nothing more that I want. Another part that here we go, right here. Yep. So this one right here was really, really good. This says, where is it at? It's just like the picture of a donkey dragging a cart with its owner dangling a carrot just in front of his nose. The donkey's owner may be going where he wants to, but the donkey is chasing an illusion. Tomorrow there will only be another carrot for the donkey, right? So then, the moment that this person, the author of this book, says, I picture a new baseball glove candy, and toys. That's like a carrot to a donkey. That's what they ask. Yes, and as you get older, your toys get more expensive. Toys include a car, a new car, a boat, and a big house to impress your friends. Fear pushes you out the door, and desire calls to you. That's the trap. So, the more money we get, the more immature we get with our money. The more things we buy. Now, like I say, I'm a victim of it myself because I do it as well. You know what I'm saying? I do it. I'm not gonna lie. Shit. Look, when I first got this new job that I had, that I have now, when I got this job, first thing I did was took my ass to the mall. Took my ass to the mall, spent bands, Gucci belt, jewelry, diamond glasses, diamond bracelet, chains, hella shoes, new car, just going crazy. I didn't give a fuck. Didn't care. That's when I was young. But as I started getting older, I'm like, damn. Shit. You know what I'm saying? After I stopped doing as much dumb shit as I used to do, I stopped going to clubs. I bought all that shit out of me trying to impress somebody. Tried to impress somebody to make it seem like, oh yeah, you fucked up because we went our separate way. When in reality, I should have been stacking my money. Should have been stacking it and investing it. But I let my emotion, my mental, it fucked me up. I fucked up. So when I fucked up, I made dumb decisions with my money instead of being smart and investing it. Right? So as I'm getting older, I'm like, damn, I really should have saved that money. I really should have put that shit in the stock market. Because there was a whole bunch of stocks that actually went up. I remember when GameStop first did that shit, when motherfuckers was getting rich off the GameStop stock, I was like, damn, I should have put money in there because it's not that fucking hard. I had the funds. I was making good money then. I'm still making good money now. But I could have doubled that. I could have tripled that just if I was smart enough. If I didn't let my fucking emotions, and I'm pointing to my head because it was all in my head. My heart had nothing to do with it. Just my head. My mental fucked me up. I spent hella money trying to impress people. Dressing up crazy. Wearing hella jewelry. I remember I went to the bar. What was it? 2022? No, it was late 2021. It was November. The two girls, they was all over me. They was asking me what I did, you know, as a job, because I kept pulling out money out my fucking wallet. And I'm like, shit, I just, you know, I told them some bullshit. I ain't give a fuck. We was all fucked up that night. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought about it. I'm like, dude, I'm fucked. I'm fucked because I sat here and I wasted all this fucking money that I know I done worked super hard for. And my goal at the time was to have my own place. Right? I said I was gonna have my crib by 24. I got it by 24. But I could have had it way earlier if I would have just sat there and listened to what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to invest my money. I was supposed to keep my head down. No one taught me that. I didn't learn that shit until I turned 23, 24. Because my brother and I, we sat down, we had a conversation about something at Somerset. I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm done buying all these designer clothes because it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying all these designer clothes to sit here, dress up for the day that we go out, just to go back home. I got roommates. They still my parents. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I could have had my own shit. That's a different type of flex. And it's not even flexing. As an adult, you should have your own shit. You shouldn't have to depend on nobody for nothing. But like I say, everybody's situation different. I'm not judging you if you still stay with your parents and stuff like that. It's fine. But as long as you're working to get out of that situation, that's the only acceptable part. Now, if you got like a disability or something like that, then it's understandable. You can stay with your parents, whatnot. I'm not judging you. But as a life advisor, it is best for adults to have their own space. That way you can thrive mentally, peacefully, so you can actually learn and do things on your own. Simple. No rules. You make your own rules. Shit like that. Well, back to the main story. I fucked up. I should have invested my money. Years down the road, I'm still thinking of this shit. I still think about it to this day. And honestly, you know, if I would actually saved that cheese, I could have had a lot more shit, bro. Could have had my crib. I could have had a house at that. Would have had a house. I could have had a nice car or a nicer car. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck I have my mind put to. Whatever. It didn't matter. But like I said, since I let my emotions get the best of me, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But we all learned our lesson somehow. I think I'm gonna end this with a quote. I spoke on all 3 points that I really want to speak on. As we all know what the rat race is. We all know what the rat race is, I'm sure. If you don't know, the rat race is basically continuously get money, spend it, get more money, spend it, so you always get stuck in that race. So, yes, here we go. Never forget that fear and desire can lead you to life's biggest trap if you're not aware of them controlling your thinking. To spend your life living in fear, never exploring your dreams, is cruel. To work hard for money, thinking that it will buy you things that will make you happy, is also cruel. To wake up in the middle of the night terrified about paying bills is a horrible way to live. To live a life dedicated by the size of a paycheck is not really living life. It's not living a life. Thinking that a job makes you secure is lying to yourself. That's cruel, and that's the trap I want you to avoid. I've seen how money runs people's lives. Don't let that happen to you. That's a powerful, powerful, powerful statement. Do not let money run you. And it's funny because the podcast that I was watching, shout out to the School of Greatness. I've been listening to that when I've been at work, just because it's peaceful, it's therapeutic, and I learned so much from people. Everything that these people come on that podcast to talk about is crazy because I'm already doing it. I'm really already doing it. Like, it's crazy that, you know, a lot of people sacrifice certain shit. But when I did it, I didn't even have to listen to nobody say that they was doing it already. I was already thinking about doing it. So for me to hear it and hear it reinforced, I know and I feel as if I am in the right direction. I'm headed in the right direction. But back to that statement, like I was saying, life's biggest regret, or your biggest regret in life, will be letting money rule you. You would never be satisfied. Money cannot buy happiness. Trust me. I went through a heartbreak 2021 and blew money and still was not happy. Everything I got, every bit of materialistic shit that I got, every check that I got, every time I went out, it still did not make me happy. Happiness comes from within. You have to be happy on your own. You have to learn how to be happy. So remember that. Happiness comes from within. Not a dollar sign, not a money value. Because once you let that shit run you, it's over. Finito. Simple as that. And I'm gonna wrap it up here. So I appreciate everybody that come through. Make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this shit. You know what I'm saying? Get us out there. RNS Podcast. We going big. We're doing things big. Give y'all game. Feel me? I'm tired as hell, so I'ma holler at y'all. I'm about to release this episode. Much love to y'all. God bless. Thank you.